Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Manatawk. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk.
Howdy and aloha, everyone. It's James with Montauk. It is November the 27th, 2024. Hopefully tomorrow, everyone in the United States of America is going to have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, right? Eat up. If you're MAGA, you earned it, for sure. If you're a Demoncratic supporter, eat all the processed foods you want. Eat them all, big and small. Eat them, eat them, eat them. Eat all that. Just cook with seed oil and vegetable oil and, basically engine lubricant or machinist lubricant that they used to use. Just stuff your face with that. Right? For me, tallow is the way. Real olive oil, avocado oil, good, but tallow is the way. Tallow and lard. Anyway, thank you for being here. I'm going to show you something real quick. It's kind of funny to me. It's this. Somebody made this like a little while ago. It's it was done 3 weeks ago. It's what this is. What this is this is what this is are all the celebrities who supported Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. Or, the way I see it, is all the people that are exposing themselves as P. Diddy, predator class, pedo wood people. Just, that's it. They've pretty much, this guy just threw this out there. And I'm just like, well, thank you for, my comment in it was right here. Thank you for exposing all the Hollywood pedophiles. Seriously. Right? We appreciate it. And everybody's like, yeah. And how many likes do I got on that? 361. 361 likes on this. I'm going to speed it up just so you can speed. Where are we at here? Yeah, as fast as we can. So, look at it. There you go. Kristen Bell, Sophia Bush, definitely. Cardi B, absolutely. It's fine, my boy. Oprah Winfrey, of course. Julianne Moore. I mean, they're all exposed. Ashton Kutcher, of course. Angelina Jolie, having all those kids from some other country. Zendaya, of course. Beyonce, of course. Robert Davi. That's it. Alec Baldwin, of course. Barack Obama and Big Mike. Lady Gaga, of course. Dwayne Johnson. What a loser. John Legend. All over. He's all over. All these people. These two people right here. This is... Oh, shit. You can't see it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Why is that doing that? Let me just get... Oh, there you go. It's interesting. They're all over. They are completely involved with the P. Diddy tapes, videos, documents, files, emails, texts, whatever. John Legend, Jennifer Lewis. I mean, all these people, Stephen Baldwin wasn't around with that shit. No Republicans were anywhere near that stuff, or child trafficking or anything. All these people. This is perfect. It exposes them all. It's fucking amazing. Thank you, dude, for girl, whoever you are, who fucking made this. This is fucking great. This is great. Mark Ruffalo, yeah, the Avengers. Tom Hanks, absolutely. George Clooney, right? Will Smith, of course. Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, God, so sad. Tim Allen. Oh, there's a commercial. God damn it. Wait, Tim Allen, no. I meant to say Richard Gere. Oh, he's leaving. He's going to leave. Chelsea Handler. Oh, I'm leaving. They're leaving. Yeah, look at Don Cheadle. Totally exposes them. Arnold, of course. LeBron James. What a piece of crap. Katy Perry, of course. Oh, I didn't know fucking Mike Tyson voted for. Oh, that's cool. So did Jake Paul. Okay. Rihanna. Oh, of course. Trevor Noah. Of course. Daily Show is completely compromised. Kardashian, of course. Johnny Depp, of course. Wait, that's not what happened. Anyway. Jim Carrey. Scarlett Johansson, one of the Avengers. Remember they did that fucking video together? It's almost done. Of course, Robert Dickhead De Niro. Thank you, Mel Gibson. He's going to come out with some serious shit here pretty soon. Exposing a lot. Look at Madonna. Ugh. Samuel L. Jackson. Brady's Trump. Yeah, the GOAT. That's right. Here's another Avenger. And of course, the elements for Trump. Of course. But it's like right off the bat, you're completely seeing exactly who the people are that are running, that are going to be leaving the country, and then you're also going to be seeing the people that are going to be fighting tooth and nail pretty soon, probably in court, and being involved in a lot of trafficking shit. You'll see. It's going to get real fucking heavy duty within the next year or two or three. It's going to get to the point where a lot of people are just going to come out and say, look, I'm fucking, this is what happened. You know, let's hope that the current swamp that Trump is creating is serious about that shit. They're fucking pissed. And doesn't anybody find it interesting or alarming or just wrong that the mainstream media, MSNBC, CNN, fucking Democracy Now, PBS, the Associated Press, New York Times, all that, they're not talking about the 350,000 children just disappeared from the board. Disappeared. And that's just the number we have. Or that they divulged. Doesn't anybody find that just disgustingly alarming? And it's just, and these are the people and you want to vote for those people that aren't fucking talking about it. God, what the fuck? That's sick. That's completely complicit behavior. I don't want to talk about it. I know. I was in it. I want to talk. That's it. That's fucking what happened. What the fuck is behind you? Oh, that's the Nobel Prize, by the way. I want to show you this. This kind of part of it, but this kind of leans towards Fluvid19. Right, look. Making the connection. The Nobel Prize for Medicine 2024 goes to, here it is. Are you ready? The people that help create and push and put together the Mary Roger Nancy Alpha Fluvid19 freaking micro RNA. Look at that. That's it. The ultimate depopulating bioweapon. It's right in front of you. Oh, shit. Let me show you. It's right there. They give it to two guys that worked on it or something. These two dudes here. Here's one. I guess they're in a phone call or something. What's their names? Let me see. I'll just read this down here. It's Victor Ambrose and Gary Ruvkin for the discovery of microRNA and its role in post-transcriptional gene regulation. Gene regulation. I don't think you guys understand this. That's what's in the fucking thing that they've been giving to people since 2021. That's the stuff. And I fucking showed you the numbers on that. I showed you the numbers. The numbers are fucking horrifying. Right here. These are the people, right? In the past 30 years, these are vaccines. The vaccines. What changed in the last 30 years? What changed in the last 30 years? Disease or disorder increased since 1990. You know, that's kind of when Fauci came into the picture. ADHD, which is made up, that's basically just a hunter-gatherer mind and a farmer mind. And if you want to learn more about it, go to the idiot woke. He did a great paper on it, though. Tom Hartman. He's kind of coming around now. I've watched him a little bit. I think he's going to start leaning away from that. But he's got a lot. He's invested. They paid him a lot of money. All these people are Alzheimer's, autism, bipolar, depression, diabetes, all this shit. Here's the answer. What happened the last 30 years? Answer. FDA, CDC, NIH, approved and distributed poisonous food, water, medicines, and vaccines. Vaccines, right? Yes, that's exactly what fucking happened. There's no other reason. They methodically tried to poison us, and then they give the Nobel Prize to those people trying to poison us, right? These two guys, this guy and this guy, they're on. I don't see them. They're not in here. I think they're on a phone call or something. And they talk about it. Oh, it's this and that. We all know Nobel Prize is not what it used to be. It's not. It's been compromised. It's owned by Big Pharma. It's owned by the military industrial complex. The people that run it are sponsored by those people. It doesn't mean shit really anymore. In my opinion, Whitney Webb, Brian Christian, Derek Bros, his name is in my head. It'll come to me. But anyway, there's so many other people out there. Oh yeah, James Corbett, Jimmy Dore in literature. I'm just so many people out there that have done far greater contributions in literature and science and bringing information out. Dr. Campbell, right? If you guys heard of Dr. Campbell. Well, what you guys should do is go here to my blog and just go here. You go to DIYWF.org or it's DIYAmericans.com, which I'm going to start to change it to DIYAmericans.com. And I'm going to start selling products out of there. I want you guys to try to jump on that. I'm going to find distributors for tallow and lard, and actual, real, healthy produce that can be shipped to your house. And there are people out there doing that right now that don't have, that are, that's going to be everywhere anyway, right? And I'm hoping that, and I know for a fact that JFK, which I want to show you real quick here. So you go here, it'll go to the blog, right? And then it'll take you to the blog, and then you can go into there and all that good stuff. It'll take, or you can just go to Montauk, right? Here. Montauk. Yeah, my grandfather, who it says right here. What it says? My grandfather said, knowledge alone is not power. I'm like, what? His answer, you can be the smartest person in the room, but if you do not apply your knowledge properly, then you have no power. Properly applied knowledge is true power, in my opinion. That's, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, again, you can be the smartest person in the room, but if you're not doing anything with it, and if you're not applying it properly, it's not going to do anything for you. You're useless, right? And that's why I have Montauk, so I can bring up information and show people what the fuck is going on out there. Like here's some interesting information right here that I'd like you to see, right? And I might show this once or twice, maybe 3 or 4, 20 times during a year, but there's a reason for it. So you guys can understand what is really going on. Fauci arrives. Everything starts going up. Right? I showed you. This stuff starts going up tremendously. Okay? Here we go. And then people that used to report medical profession, over 80% of medical professionals reporting, this is the yellow line. And they always did for like 20 years, a long fucking time, 25 whatever years, to the VAERS or VAERS, something reporting service that they've always had. They've altered it and changed it in the past couple of years to make it harder for people to find information on it. And they've taken a lot out. So they've kind of gutted it. So you don't really see the information. So when you get in there, you have to dig and find these graphs and all this other stuff, which is, it's a pain in the ass, but I found it, right? So they were reporting, and then the word went out, don't report anything. So less than 10% started reporting all the injuries and everything like that was happening, right? All the injuries and stuff that were happening. Only 10%. So imagine if it was that other 70%, 10 to 70, 80% was reporting. Because all that they were reporting only came out to 16,139. It went up to. Isn't that crazy? And the total amount of injuries was 627,145 from the Nobel Prize guys. From these guys. Wait, no, these guys. Is it these guys? No. Yeah, these guys are here. These two dudes here. There they are. There they are. See if they got them on the big screen. Yeah, right there. We did it, man. We're going to depopulate. We're doing it. Fuck. It's so terrible. Yeah, there's so many bad things that can happen with this. Okay, here's one of the guys, Gary Revnick, right? Gary Revnick, he's from Harvard, of course. And here's his information. But here's what's interesting is you got another group of people, right? You have another group of people that aren't really happy about that. Some of these kind of had a different take on it. I think they've changed their mind since then. Trump brought in this guy, just letting you know, this guy at the HHS Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., right, which he better get fucking in, right? He started saying this stuff. Let's see if I got it here. Oh shit, it changed. I hate when that fucking happens. He's like guns and hoses. That's fucking cool. Right here. Yeah, I got it. Whew. Right, Camus has got some good. This guy Camus has got the blue. I just got a blue check mark, by the way. I just got a blue check mark. That's pretty cool. I'm not paying for it. I don't know. I don't see how that happened. I don't know how that happened. I had to wait. They're reviewing for it, and all of a sudden I got it. Bill Gates just admitted Mary Roger Nancy Alpha Jams. Don't stop infection. Don't block transmission. Don't block mutants. Don't last. Don't work at all. After he sold stock in his vaccine venture. Yeah. After he sold the stock, he was done. He goes, I've made my money. I'm done. And I'm out. Yeah, this guy right here with the glasses on should be in fucking prison for all the stuff he's been doing. And MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to go. A lot of other people want to go after him. I say go after him as hardcore. Get him. I know you can get it. It's in there. Everything this guy's. If all you got to do is follow the money, follow his tracks, look at all the data that he's been hiding and shredding and getting rid of, somebody's going to blow the whistle on him. And when that happens, they're going to have the information. And then you go in, you swoop in like you're supposed to, like a real Justice Department does with criminals like this, and you seize the fuck out of his property. Seriously. You seize everything he has, you strip him of everything, and then you start to slap on these felonies, counts. And then you start prosecuting for this, for that, for this, for that, for this, for that. I mean, you can go on and on with this guy. He's a fucking criminal and a half. Right? Him and the World Health Organization. In my professional opinion, they're just, God, man, those people are just terrible. But yeah, so that is linked to, there it is, mRNA. Didn't do anything. But these guys here, right? But these guys here, they're getting the fucking, look at them. They're all buddy. They're getting the Nobel Prize for it. For what? For what? Altering genes? I kind of get that. They did that before. It's gene therapy. It's been around for like 10 years, probably longer. They've changed like the color of fruit flies' wings, colors, and patterns just by altering the genes. I get that, but this is something different. This is getting into the DNA and altering and creating just, you can destroy immune systems. You can destroy the process of birth. There's just so many things this is bad for. This is just, once they went into that realm, they jumped into here. Micro RNA. I'm just telling you. And this is the kind of stuff they can put in all kinds of things. Bill Gates wants to put it in the water. He already said, right? Mr. Depopulation himself, Mr. Climate Change, who bought a freaking house, a villa of $43 million in 2021. Mr. Climate Change, he buys a $43 million villa. Look it up in Del Mar, California, which I've been there several times. The racetrack's awesome. Just letting you know. I've been at the racetrack. I've been to the fair, Del Mar Fair, plenty of times. Just north of San Diego. At sea level, 20 yards from the freaking ocean breaking on the sand. Now, why would you buy a property? And here's the catcher with real estate. If actual property was sinking in the ocean, or the ocean was rising, you wouldn't be able to buy the property. You wouldn't be able to buy anything within 3 to 5 feet above sea level. And believe it or not, there's a lot of properties in Southern California and Florida, all over the world, that are below sea level next to the shore. The only thing holding it up is a barrier or some landmass that's not too far from the coastline. This is a big fucking scam. And then it's so in your face a scam. All this shit is just so in your face and a scam. And they get the fucking Nobel Prize. These guys get the Nobel Prize for fucking this genocidal bioweapon. Right? And I've always told everybody, it just comes into my head. I'm just telling you. What if Bill Gates was able to put his DNA in his vaccines? What if he was able to copy his DNA and splice it with other people and put it in there? Because this is what kind of these guys are doing. So if you took it, if you've had it once, twice, 3 times, I mean, right now I think they're on number 10. Get your flu shot, plus your COVID shot. This is high V all fucking day long. Let me see if I can, you know what? I want to find that. I want to find the fucking high V. Yeah, this is the grocery store. Can you hear that? No, you can't hear, but you can see it. There it is. They're showing that still to this day. Go get it. Go to your wonderful pharmacist. Kroger's has got them. IV's got it. You know, whatever fucking major grocery store you have, they've got it. They got the commercial. Still feeding that poison out there to everybody. And people are taking it. It's just ludicrous. It's the weirdest thing I've ever fucking witnessed, is how meek, malleable, and obedient and compliant people have become. It's sad. It's so sad. You know, I was a rebel growing up. I really didn't like some of the laws. I kind of pushed a few things right, bent a few things. I wasn't perfect. But I'm glad that when I grew up, I said, you know what? I'm going to question authority and its sources at every turn. What is their decision? Why are they making this decision? And what's motivating that decision? To do that, to have that, to make that, to demand that, to make it a law. What is really creating this? I know, and I was going to say, I was just going to bring that up. Cheryl, thank you for being here. If you want to come on, let me know. Let me see. Obama Nobel Prize. He won the Peace Prize for God's sakes.
He's now a Nobel laureate in a ceremony at Oslo. Months on the job, and just 11 months on the job, and he's now a Nobel laureate. In a ceremony at Oslo City Hall, President Barack Obama joined the exalted company of Nelson Mandela and Mother Teresa.
I receive this honor with deep gratitude and great humility.
He was cited for re-engaging America in global diplomacy. Yet his Peace Prize came days after he ordered thousands more troops to war in Afghanistan. It was timing the president couldn't ignore.
And so I come here with an acute sense
What
of the
did he just
costs
say?
of armed conflict.
In Afghanistan, it was global diplomacy. Yet his Peace Prize came days after he ordered thousands more troops to war in Afghanistan. It was timing the president days
Oh, look at
after
that
he ordered
smirk from Big
thousands more
Mike.
troops to war.
That's my boy from Boy to Boy.
In Afghanistan.
Her eyes are too close together. His eyes, that's a man face. I don't care what you fucking tell me.
It was timing the president couldn't ignore.
And so I come here with an acute sense of the costs of armed conflict.
He doesn't give a fuck. He never gave a shit. He's such a fucking piece of shit. That guy is such a fucking piece of shit. I swear to God. I'm cooking if you did a little noise. Nah, okay. Yeah, let me get the thing. I mean, let me. I'll send you. It's gonna be on X because my Facebook's still down. I gotta wait till the suspension is done. I've had, how many suspensions have I had with my Facebook? Oh God, at least 20 in the past 3 years. Nothing prior to mid 2020. But now here they are. Right? Oh Jesus, I swear to gosh, man. Let me see if I got the right one here. Yeah. Let me see if I got the right one. It's gonna be in your X. Hopefully I put down, it's the big one. Is it the small one or the big one? Well, see if you can do that one. I'll get the other one too. I think you got to call in, right? Yeah, take your time. I'm good. There, copy invitation. Oh, we can't call in. I'm. Maybe you can do it on. Just take your time. It's not a big deal. We can't do the. I don't know if I can do the number. I'm not sure. I think you can only. I can do one or two people with the free account. I'm not sure. Anyway. So look. I just gotta say, fuck the Nobel Prize. As soon as Obama got that Nobel Prize, as soon as that motherfucker got that Nobel Prize, man, so many people were pissed off. He'd been in office for 6 months. You know, who knows what he's going to do in 3.5 years. Let's give him a Nobel Prize. It's right then, it's rigged. It's fucking rigged. Like right then, I knew it was fucking rigged. Right then. So fucking stupid. They just give it the, so the Nobel Prize used to be of people that actually contributed to all of society in a positive, healthy, caring way. Not this piece of shit. This guy is a big fucking piece of crap. Cheryl will fucking tell you. She hates his guts. And supposedly he was born in Hawaii. I know he went to Punahou. I know that because I heard of him later. And I think I played basketball with him a couple times at UH because Punahou is right next to the University of Hawaii, Manila. And they used to play basketball out there in Hawaii, and I used to play with the basketball team and stuff when I played for University of Hawaii football. But the thing is, he had a pretty good game, but he is cracks. He turned into a serious crack smoker. He was he's got a training for a wife pretty much. That's basically it. I mean, Joan Rivers fucking said it. That's it. You know what? I'm gonna fucking look for that. I know I got it. Check videos. It's when she was going in somewhere. Is it right here? It is right here.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Have it with Obama, so.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
We already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender.
Or the first woman
We already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh. And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
We already
president?
Yeah, see,
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh. And do you think that the country will see
does that look like? I mean, I want you to see. I don't know if you guys are watching that, but
the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
We already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
does it look like she was bullshitting? Does that look like she was bullshitting? Like she was telling a joke? She didn't. She died not too long after that. Some condition. Everybody knows. Hollywood knows. The Avengers know. Hillary knows. Bill Clinton knows. Everybody knows, but you don't know. But now you know. There's plenty of information showing that. There's a picture here, and I'll show you. Let me see if I can get to that. Let's just go to YouTube.
And do you think that the country
Give me a second. I'm going to Candace Owens. She's on it. She exposed that Kamala Harris is not black at all. Never was. Everything she brought out, it's this barrel grandma never existed. That was the help, by the way. There's so much going to come out about these people. If Trump does this right, he'll be fine. Things will be good. Let's just hope he fucking does it right. Where was that? I saw that earlier. Oh.
So
Did they
recently,
take it out?
a video.
I think they took it out. Oh, maybe it's in here. Hang on. Nope. See, here's a story on Beryl. You guys can't see it, but let me just get to it. Make sure you can still see it. Yeah, you can still see it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff she exposes in PDD. See, right top corner, right here, top left. She has some explaining to do. This wasn't her. She's not black in it at all. She's from India, and white. She's never done a DNA test. Not a me in 23, nothing like that. Isn't that odd? Look, I'm not African American, but I am Hawaiian. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter anyway, honestly. It doesn't. I don't care what you are, as long as you are thinking clearly. You know, you believe in God and your country, and you believe in the Constitution. That's all that fucking matters to me. That's all that matters. I think they took it down. She was totally exposing. Yeah. It's not in here. See if I got. Let's see no, not in the playlist either. Was there a short on it? No, I don't see it. She had to they probably fucking took it out. I could be wrong. Who knows? No, that's weird. Let me check in the videos here. They don't care about human life. No, they don't. Former CIA, they don't. None of them do. Here's what he said. Kamala. Yeah, it was up there, man. Let me see if. Let me just check the history. Fuck it. I'm just going to check the history. Oh, you know what? I think I saw it, but I didn't click it. Damn. What do we got here? I'm cooking. Okay, yeah, take your time. Oh shit! I was gonna send to Snork. If you show up, let me know if you want to come on. I'm gonna be going into some AI stuff. If Cheryl comes in, we could go in different directions. I think I'm gonna talk. If Cheryl comes, I'm gonna talk about that Alana lady, and saying that if you're not black, you can't quote or say anything that MLK said. Which, what? You know, what? That's fucked up, man. That's like complete racist. Just fucking off the cuff racist crap. No, I don't think I saved it. Well, I gotta play this. This guy's got some good shit. Watch this. The Associated Press has called the president race for Trump. See more on Google. So this is what these people do. Horrified liberals start screaming at Wisconsin beach over Trump. They all gathered together. Please tell me you can see that. They all fucking gathered together. This is nuts. This is fucking nuts, people. This is fucking nuts. They all gathered together to guess guess what you think they did. Guess why they gathered together. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking nuts, man. This is so fucking crazy, bro. Oh my god. Here, this is what they gathered together for. Listen. It's just, oh fucking fuck. Those are the supporters of Kamala and Walz. There's their base. When the true numbers come out, when all the investigate, and they find out what happened in these swing states, and a lot of these, these blue states, the swing states kicked ass. Let's just put it that way, right? And they had a lot of paper ballots and fucking a lot of those, not those machines. But when the final numbers come out, I will guarantee you, mark my words, less than 50 million people voted for Kamala Harris. I will guarantee that is the actual number. Just wait. You'll see. The actual true number of actual U.S. citizens, not illegal immigrants, but U.S. citizens voted maybe 50 million, maybe. And I will guarantee you over 70 million, closer to probably 80 million voted for Trump. I'm telling you. Just remember I said that. Remember I said that. When the final numbers come out. Are you going to grab a turkey? Okay, grab a turkey sandwich. All right. You know what? I'm actually done with this segment and the craziness. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to take it off camera. But before I go, I'm going to send Snork the invite. And I already sent it to Cheryl in her messaging. I got to find, where are you, Snork? Oh, there you are. All right. All right, so let's Cheryl try to get on first when she can. And Cheryl, just stay in the waiting room, all right, if I'm not here. It'll pop up in the waiting room. Just stay there, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. Why does this keep fucking going away? This is so weird. That is so crazy. You know, let me play something while I'm gone. What is it that I wanted to play? Okay. Oh, right here. Right here. Isn't that nuts? Fucking nuts. God, that guy's such a piece of shit. Swear to God. Missed the one. This is 2 minutes 25. This is back in June 2020. They just had another strategic alliance meeting 2024, and their big thing is using AI. And I'm very concerned about that. But you know what? I'm going to play this again. This is fucking hilarious to me. This is hilarious to me. Oh my God, it's so funny. How many minutes is this? 4 minutes. I'll be back before then. Here's a list of all the pedophiles that voted for Kamala Harris. Just letting you know. You can look at it. Okay. Wait, go. So funny.
This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
His presidency and the lead up to his presidency will be studied for the rest of American history. Donald Trump is a street fighter. When you
Controversial? According to who? Well, yeah, she said so. Oh, wait. Just towards the end, I think, here. There we go. All right, Chris Pratt. Don cheap piece of crap. How did I miss it? It was in there. Maybe it's in the beginning. Shit. I swear I saw it in there. James Woods is awesome. Chelsea. Am I skipping it? Could have sworn I saw Sharon Stone in there. Kristen Bell is a fucking weirdo. She is just, she's a crazy fucking nutbag. Okay. But let me. Could have sworn I saw it in there, but I guess not. Alright. There's a good one. There's a good picture right here. Sharon Stone. She's leaving or Hollywood or something, right? Leaving. Yeah, J.K. Rowling, isn't she Scottish? That's true. I don't even know if she's able to vote here. Well, she's legal, so, they let her vote anyway, probably. If she's in a... They did an idea if she's in California. Anybody could just... It's fucking... I had a video on a guy who went in and... this was a week or so ago. It's so funny. Hey, Mitch is here. Let me see. Go back to the Zoom meeting. How you doing? Good to see you, Snork. Yeah, I was gonna. I think I mentioned yesterday I was gonna go into this. It could get changed. Just let you know when Cheryl comes in. But what I'm looking at here is called the What is Strategic Intelligence? And let me just go to it real fast. You'll have to look on your Zoom to see it. Strategic intelligence is World Economic Forum is developing strategic intelligence capabilities to help make sense of the complex forces driving transformational change across economies, industries, and global issues. Okay? And what they're really big about, and let me see, I got to position this in here so you can see it. I can't hear you, by the way. To participate in strategic intelligence outlook and the formal virtual events, become a digital member. Okay, that's not it. Right here. Is the really big on... Here, let's just watch this. It's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. This is part of the Great Reset. I don't know why that... They tried to throw in a commercial. Here it is, AI. Harnessing the fourth industrial revolution. AI, artificial intelligence and robotics, digital identity, future of computing, digital identity, of course. Digital economy, CBDC, digital gold, cryptocurrencies, BDCs, futures of media, 5G, fourth industrial revolution, drones, blockchain, distribution ledgers technology. Let's see what else. I presented this wheel before. And then here's some other things that we're talking about. Biodiversity. This is the strategic intelligence wheel. If you go to the World Economic Forum, you can see it.
Some of those might seem different than what they actually are labeled. One of the problems we have, and I'm sorry, I have an extremely bad cold.
Okay, go ahead.
But biodiversity. One of the problems we have is a lot of our crops are becoming what are called monocrops, where we have one basic crop copied all over. One disease could wipe it all out. So like right now, we're at a heavy risk with oranges, losing oranges.
Shit.
We've already lost a majority of the best types of bananas. So the bananas that I had as a child, nobody knows what they taste like anymore. I mean, we might recognize the taste of banana. Today's bananas are
Terrible.
just ghosts of what they used to be.
Yeah, there's no flavor in fruit anymore, honestly. Go ahead.
But the biodiversity is we need things to not be monocrops. We need to have multiple varieties. If something happens in one range, we need to be able to switch over to that crop in the other. That doesn't go with just plants. That means foods. I mean, food animals. That means fish. You know, we talk about fish in the ocean. We're looking like, hey, there's all kinds of fish. No, there are areas in the fish where we've fished out certain species where they're almost gone. And we have to be able to keep biodiversity up in those. We also, the money we put in other projects, we could be putting in biodiversity and saying, okay, you like fishing for these? What can we do to make sure there's more variety of that type of fish? Isn't that just as viable as us giving somebody money to do something that we've already done for years?
It's a scam. It's from what I see when I look at these labels or these titles, it's investment opportunities. How do we get money into these companies and these contractors and these chemical companies and these whatever else they have? And then you have a guy like Bill Gates, right? Confirmed Tesco, Morrison's, and Aldi are trailing Boviar, a Gates-backed methane-reducing feed additive, which will be given to dairy cows in the UK supply chains, despite concerns of genotoxicity and carcinogenicity, whatever the hell that is. Time to start buying your food from local So, I mean,
all these I usually consider as being pretty good, but my main thing is, okay, there's going to be advancements, but I'd like to see a period of time where we make sure that what we're adding is not bad. I'd like to see verifications by people who aren't funded by the agency selling Bovar that say that it's safe. I made some Legos. I mean, real Legos at Lego, just to make sure that the Legos I made were safe. They put them in a rat cage for 10 years before letting a single child see one.
Really?
I mean, that to me is safety.
Yeah.
That is a responsible company. Yeah. That's not like, hey, let's put out there and make sure that it's safe by checking how many people die per week. No, it was if one rat died, that product was gone.
Yeah. Do you remember the Pinto?
Yes.
Okay. When the Pinto got rear-ended, the rear gas tank exploded in a few cases. Now, there were, I think, 16 total accidents where the gas tank dropped and spilled, and some of them had fires, and a few people died. But what did they do? They immediately stopped production of that car. They didn't wait. They didn't say, no, it's nothing. And that was only like 4 or 5 people died out of the 16 severe accidents that when it first came out. And what we have now is what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is going to go in and do, and a few others. I mean, he just added this new guy. And let me just show you this. Where he is. Where is he? Right here.
Well, in the case of the Pinto, car companies used to have engineers on staff, where if there was any kind of problem, the engineers would go out and say, what caused it? What was the effects? Well, what is our vulnerability? And in the case of something like that, you're looking at an extreme vulnerability for them to say pull it. That was not an easy thing for them to say pull the Pinto.
Oh, yeah. But with all the things that have happened with the thing that people have taken since 2021, you know what I'm talking about. And the VAERS information that I've gathered, that I've shown, and that lots of people are very concerned about, especially American Frontline Doctors and a bunch of just thousands more, and Dr. Campbell, which he's been on Jimmy Dore, and a few other people, it's just, it rolled out wrong. You know, and it wasn't an accident. It was. I'm telling you, I know. It just was an accident. So the thing is you got RFK coming in, RFK Jr. coming in, and he's gonna just turn over. There's gonna be no stone unturned, according to him. And I think we need that. That's what you're basically saying is, in regards to the stuff that they have, that's out there that they want to do. They push this stuff through based on funding, based on campaign donations, based on what companies are involved and how well connected they are with the bureaucratic or governmental departments or three-letter apartments. But it needs the testing. It needs to be done safely, like you're talking about, for sure.
If it's safely tested, I don't
bring whatever
don't have
you
a
want,
problem.
but the testing needs to be transparent.
And you need follow-ups. You don't make one test in 1 year, and then say in 5 years when we have new methods, we don't go back and make sure that it's still good. Because we might not be able to detect something now that we can test in 5 years, and so that used to be what these a lot of schools did. So you wanted to get your master's, you would do a test on saying, this is a possible outcome of this, and you would test whether that's a problem or not, and that's how you'd get your master's degree in that. So you're testing one thing, and it's gone to be that this agency is giving us a new facility, so we need to make sure their test passes, and I can't lay that down on any one person, but you don't think that happens?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you go to all the schools all the colleges, and I put this out in 21, in 21 and 22, and probably why a lot of my channels got taken down. I connected the dots of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation being at all those schools that were mandating that all the students take the thing. And then also the big companies that, like the Pfizer library or the Johnson and Johnson field. You see what I'm saying? There was lots of money involved and lots of influence, and a lot of these schools had to take that. It was so bad. In order for you to go there, it was terrible. It was terrible. The school here where I work at doesn't do that. They didn't do that. Did your school require it? They did, right? Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Go ahead. I think your mic's off, by the way.
Here it wasn't that. They were saying that as a teacher, if we did not get vaccinated, even if we quit, that it was there was harm. We could do jail time not getting vaccinated. So we were expected to have a certain I'm still too sick.
Sorry, man. I mean, you don't have to come on. I'm glad you do. It's good stuff to talk about.
There's another one on the list I wanted to talk about. Well, we're going to start deportations on January 21st.
Could you explain what a deportation is?
Making people leave the country.
Oh, deportations.
Sorry.
Well, the little sniffle kind of changed that a little bit, but anyway, go ahead.
But so we're going to have a food shortage of people. And I'm not, in no way am I saying that we should not be deporting people. First, all these criminals should be gone.
Oh, first of all, absolutely.
So basically, if you came to the United States and you didn't come through a portal for coming into the United States, you do not deserve to be here.
Yeah.
That's breaking. Hey, that's one big law to break. Did I enter the country illegally?
There's just too many. That's the problem, Snark.
That I don't hear anybody talking about is, did I forge a Social Security card?
Oh, wow.
And I used to have, when I was in industry, I'd have a horrible problem with people forging. So a lot of people, I always felt that if somebody got hurt at work, they were entitled to get money back. And one day I had a hospital call me up. Somebody got injured. Said they got injured at my factory. I didn't. So the first thing they asked me was, they forgot what name they were using while they were working at my factory.
What?
Yes. Now this ended up not being an uncommon situation. That there was a group of doctors actually bringing people in and helping them do basically frauds on collecting pay. So they would come in, and this person had 3 different names and 3 social security cards. So they were turning in for pay at 3 different companies for an injury.
Whoa.
And one of the things I did was, I want to know, is this really an injury? Did this happen at my place? If I don't know what their name was, how do I even know they were at my factory? So the next thing I did was I turned it over. I mean, first, if that person can't tell me what name they were using at my factory, I don't know that they did it at my factory.
Wow.
And the next thing I did was I asked the doctors. And I asked the doctors, give me a test. Give me a test that for their injury that they're claiming will cause absolutely no pain. It won't bother them one bit. And I told them I want them to do that. And in this case, usually I had them tap their head and say, do you feel pain now? And if they said yes, I did not treat them kindly.
Right. Yeah. No.
So
sure.
my doctors were so happy with me. We had this big meeting with the governor, or second governor, the lieutenant governor, and a whole bunch of people. So I got invited to sit at this table full of doctors, and they just went wild. They were thinking I was a new doctor that could be a donor.
Oh,
They think I was just some poor guy. So I was out there, and they couldn't stop shaking my hands, and all coming up there. But yeah, it's a major problem. So if they are using identity theft, and that's usually what it is. So first, they're using other people's social security numbers. They're collecting money off of other people's retirement. And that's an automatic no for me. So if
crazy, that's really happening.
It's really happening.
Oh my gosh.
And that wasn't uncommon. And I remember in the 90s we got this thing where we started having different forms we had to fill out. We would actually have checks where they come in and see if our people actually were legitimate. But right now it is kind of not done too well. But what I'm saying is we need an apprentice system right now. 20% of our people under 40 are unemployed and not looking for work. They've totally given up. A lot of jobs, if you try to apply for them and you don't speak Spanish, you can't take the job, because the Spanish or the Mexican will not hire somebody that does not speak Spanish.
Wow, that's messed up.
And so
that's in the United States, right? Is that recent?
That's in the United States. That's
now?
That's been for the last 20 years.
Let me show you this real quick. Watch this lady right here. Watch this. She's saying, and there's a lot of people in these blue states. The mayor of Tucson, Regina Romero, says she will not deport. She will not comply with mass deportation. Isn't that crazy? This is crazy. That's just fucking nuts, man. This is crazy.
I believe, is his name Holman?
Huh?
I believe him when he says if a mayor says they will not enforce, he will arrest them.
Yeah, well, what she's saying is she will not comply and she will not do any deportations. That's basically what she's saying. And she's in Tucson, Arizona. You know, Arizona's fucked up. They took 16 days to count their ballots when India has they had 640 million people vote in their ballot, 640 million people in their election, and they were able to count everything in a day. It's ridiculous. There's what I was saying earlier is there's something. If Trump does this right, which I think he might, I hope he will. He's got the right people in place. Some of them I'm not really fond of, but he could, like I said, like the guy will fire people left and right. He doesn't give a fuck. But if he does this right, he's going to go into those states, the blue states, and he's going to check to see if everything was done correctly, especially the blue states that took 10, 15 something days to count. When you have Florida that finished at 8 p.m., within 2 hours they had 100% done, counted, done.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of investigation. A lot of things are going to be revealed. I think the numbers are going to be a lot higher in Trump's favor when it all is said and done, and they get all this information out. That's going to show that Kerry Lake is definitely won, and that was a bunch of bullshit. Because look, I was following Gallego of Arizona, the senator, the new senator, and I'm following his Twitter and his Facebook. Kerry Lake has, I don't know, 10, 20,000 people a day following her, liking her, commenting good things about her, right? Gallego maybe had 2,000, maybe 3 max. This guy's nobody. Nobody knows who the fuck he is and what he's about. There's so much of that. I mean, it and it's not about how popular you are. It's about what people think of you, and some people vote blue no matter who, and some people vote Republican no matter who, whatever. But the thing is from what I could tell from all the comments in X, all the comments in Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that, and I'm going over Gallego's stuff, and I'm going over Kelly Lake stuff, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. Kerry Lake got screwed again. That's what I think would happen in Arizona. And now Arizona and all these blue states are going to are going to fight to keep 15 million illegal immigrants into the United States. Isn't that crazy? That's going to happen. They're not going to win that battle. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah. What I was trying to get at, and I'm just too slow today,
that's right,
is that we need to find a program to get these people ready to work. Once that the day that those people are gone, we're not going to have enough people making food.
That's totally incorrect.
Well, we're going to need more.
I'm going to tell you why. I
might be incorrect, but
no.
But I'm still saying that we need to get a system going that makes sure we have a food supply. We need to have a system going that starts training these people who can't get work, so they can.
Are you talking about people that live here now?
Yeah, there's legal
American
people that are
citizens.
American citizens. There's 20% of those under 40 can't get work.
Okay.
And they need work.
I misunderstood.
So there are enough.
I was saying we need to fill the spots that illegals.
Yeah, we lose the illegals. We have the people.
We have the people before.
We just need to get them trained.
Okay.
Able to get out there. So a lot of people can't afford to go off of their health insurance, which they get because they don't make enough money. Okay. So we need to be able to have systems in place where they can go back to work and get health insurance.
Right.
So we need to be able to get people trained. So maybe we need to say that, hey, we're going to subsidize a year for you to get trained and go back to work. So you go back to work as a trainee, and we will help on your pay. And I think that's an investment in the country. So we have had these people. Like I said, there are people that when I was a kid, you can go work on a farm. today, a lot of people can't go work on a farm because they don't speak Spanish. And that really surprised me.
Okay,
So,
before you continue, let me give you a statistic, and I've been following this for a long time because I used to work with Mexicans for off and on for 25 years with my grandfather. We used to have illegal aliens come from Mexico all the time. And I looked back in time, decades, and the past 3-4 decades, the average amount of illegal immigrants that we traced in the United States per year was anywhere to 400,000 to 500,000 per year. 400,000 to 500,000. And I knew who these people were. They would come, they'd work, they'd send money back in these money orders, and they'd wire them back. They had these, Walmart and all these other stores would have these wiring cards and these ways they could send money back, and they would send all their money back to their families, and they would work out here for whatever amount of money. But we're in a we've always had that part of actual vegetable and fruit and under the table labor pretty much covered. It's right. We've had, and then a lot of people won't do the work, but we're at a point now. We're at 4,000, 3.5 to 4,000. 4.5 million to 4 million people are here, not really doing anything. They're waiting, and then there are a small percentage that have been given and gotten jobs. But the thing is I just went to California, and if you probably didn't hear this in a few of my videos, is I was in the heart of Santa Ana, California. The heart of Santa Ana, California is like 95% Hispanic. And I used to live there. Mm-hmm. I know these people really well. And I'm talking to my friends, and they're all bilingual Spanish. They're like third, fourth, fifth, sixth generation Hispanics in that city, in the county of Orange County, just south of Los Angeles. And they're saying, we're not hiring them. I don't know. We know where they're at. They're in hotels. They're stuffed in condos and apartments and in hotels. And you could see them. I saw them. I saw these people. They're stuffed. But the thing is they are not hiring them because that's our jobs. You see what I'm saying? The people that already live here that are Hispanic already, they're not going to take my job at the factory. We're not going to let it happen. They're having so these people that are actually here illegally are in limbo. This is where they're at. There may be a few here and there that slipped through, maybe got a job doing something here or doing something there. But I would say the vast majority of anywhere from 12 to 15 million illegal aliens right now are just in limbo. And some of them are starving and going to get very desperate because they're not going to get their money anymore. They're not going to get food cards.
That might vary by state as well. We had two in our state. We had 2 meat packing plants in relatively small plants or relatively small towns. Mm. When ICE came in and basically took everybody, it shut down meat production. Shut it down. There was no meat production from these 2. And when Biden came in, those rates stopped. And so I'm pretty sure that we still have these meat packing fat. We make a lot of beef here. We make a lot of pork here. We have 8 times more pigs than we do people in Iowa. We're a state of pigs.
Nice.
But we like I said, so I attended this thing a couple of weeks ago where it was how to start training people getting out of high school to take on jobs, not having to go to college for 5 or 6 years, but they become apprentices, and then they would provide training for them while they're in there, and they would extend these training periods to be while they're in high school as well. So 4 hours a day, they would be an apprentice. Now, this is very similar to what's done in Europe. They have a very successful apprentice system where the people that don't intend on going to college aren't neglected. They're given proper training. When they get done, like I said, I went to this factory making toys, and they were going to run plastic injection molders. Those plastic injection molders were absolute genius. The people running them knew every bit about them, knew how to run them perfect, how to have the settings, nothing. I didn't have to know anything about those, did them perfectly. And they were given 2 years of training while they're in high school. They were given 2 years of training after high school while they're on the job. And I just thought, yes, we need that. And we need, when we stop producing things in the United States, we quit training people how to produce things in the United States. We need to go back and train our people how to live again. If we're going to move all the illegal aliens out, if we're going to start moving factories back, we need to be ready with people for when, the factories come back.
Yeah.
And that doesn't take
a lot of that. There has to be. Definitely.
But that doesn't take a week. That takes 2 years.
That takes a time. It depends on the job.
We almost have to start now.
It depends on the job, right? I mean, let's just, if I'm working in a factory or a packing factory, I can learn how to pack fish in 3 hours.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If I'm working on microchips and circuit boards and I'm learning coding or whatever the case may be, or something more technical, yeah, it's going to take me a year or two to figure that out and be trained on it, of course.
A lot of what they're doing now is HVAC and plumbing and electrical trades around the house. There are so many things that need to be properly done that aren't always getting properly done. And I can't think what other fields are. But electrical installers, we've completely almost lost all of our people that can assemble things in factories. There's almost none left. There's almost no factories left in the United States.
That's what Trump's trying to do. He's going to bring back manufacturing.
Yeah. But if he brings back manufacturing, he's got to bring back the training first.
Yeah.
There's the number of people that have made a factory, or very few of them are under 65.
Yeah, we'll you know what? I'm just glad. Look, we'll figure it out, and I'm sure he's got a plan. From what I can tell, just letting you know, his picks, and I'm looking at him here. Like for example, Doug Burgum. That's your guy, right?
Yeah, I still think I would have accepted him as vice president or president.
Doug Burgum is the Department of Interior. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, he got that? I mean, well, he hasn't been confirmed yet.
No, he hasn't confirmed, but he got it. Can you see it?
Interior.
I got it up on the screen if you can see it.
Okay, but I mean,
I'll just send you the link.
North Dakota is one of these unusual states. I don't mean they're weird people. But it gets extremely cold. These people know how to live in cold. They've got hills. They've got all kinds of resources. They have to manage people, and they have to manage people that live in hot weather, live in cold weather. And they've got minerals in the ground. So I don't know very many other governors that have experience with minerals in the ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of training for that, I'm sure. We're going to need, and we got people out there. I'm seeing, let me tell you somebody else who I think you might like, who he picked. I sent you the link. Let's open it up if you want to. I'll just tell you. It's the
Small Business Administration hasn't been picked yet.
Yep, that hasn't been picked. That's the one I was looking for. So trade is Jameson Greer, right? Environmental Protection Agency is Lee Zeldin. HHS, what does HUD stand for again? Human Development. housing.
Human and urban development.
Housing.
Or is that housing and urban development?
Yeah, housing and urban development. Department of Transportation, Sean Duffy. That's huge. And this is something that a lot of people that I know that are closer to Trump than I am, that have been to Mar-a-Lago, with Elon Musk. Now check this out. This is a good idea. I'm traveling. I just went to California. The first plane I took out of Kansas City, there was a nose cone on the back where the wind kind of like pinpoints out or something, some kind of aerodynamic thing. And this cone was like hanging off almost. And I was looking at everything. I was looking at because I was kind of flying on the back part of the wing, but this plane must have been like 20 years old. And I am going to tell you right now, and that's Delta. And the reason why I know it was super old is because the next plane I took, which is the same plane, right? When I went from Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah to LA, to Orange County, I freaking that plane was the same plane, but like sparkling brand new, right? So I know that Elon Musk has these super ramjet and all this other stuff, and what they're talking about now is getting us moving quicker through the air, safer through the air. I mean, Lockheed Martin isn't going to lose money building more jets, because all the jets right now, if you were able to get all the data and information, or just the numbers on how many aircraft that are in the air right now flying over the United States and the world that are over 10 or 15 years old, right? Maybe 20 years old, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. A lot of these fucking machines are older than my truck, which is 2005. You know what I mean? So they're thinking about that, which I think is really good for the Department of Transportation, for sure. There's just so many things that this country should be focusing on internally, domestically, but all this money, like it was just reported this guy who does the show, and I think I've sent you his information. He's got a really good YouTube. He's been doing it for a while. His name is Hustle Bitch. That's his code name. I don't know I forgot his real name, but he did a lot of work because I think he lives on Molokai or Maui or something, and he did a lot of work in regards to the Maui fires and stuff like that. And he's really built a name for him. But he's actually gathered all the information and documents and all the money that we've sent to Ukraine, which is $183 billion. Now, what do you think that would do to a few freeways out here, a few tramways, just something for better transportation, a better way of or something out here, better flying transportation, just our infrastructure alone. I mean, I'm still, where you're at, Snork, and where I'm at, tell me there aren't freaking potholes everywhere. Everywhere. I just had the ball joints for my truck done in 2019 or 2019. And already the right side is pretty bad. Just letting you. But anyway.
No. Everywhere the potholes are horrible.
Everywhere. I mean, we need that money for us. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is what these people are going to do. They're going to bring money back to the people to invest in us. I mean, you've heard it. They've advertised it. But they're putting in the right people to do it, from what I can see, because this guy, Department of Transportation, wasn't that Buttigieg's
Yep.
fucking title?
Yep.
He did nothing. Oh, no, wait. He created, or was it Gavin Newsom? They had a $4.3 billion contract to put EV stations, charging stations across the West Coast or across the whatever.
Yeah.
And they built 4 or 7. There were 7. It's like, where did all that money go? Yeah. I'm looking at his thing right now, putting it up. Duffy has had several titles, most recently of which is Fox News contributor. He served in Congress as representative from Wisconsin from 2011 to 2019 and declined to run for governor in 2022, even though Trump asked him to do so. He also had a turn on MTV, Real World, Boston, 1990s district attorney, and was an ESPN color commentator, whatever that means. Duffy has critical of Trump in the past, telling Fox News in 2017 the department ceiling deal Trump struck with the Democrats was bad and foolish. Remember, this is coming from Politico. The job of transportation secretary can be filled with ribbon cutting and doling out millions of dollars for roads, bridges, and transit. But Trump's pick will be expected to focus taxpayer money on hard infrastructure like roads and highways. The secretary will likely have a mandate to cut spending and claw back some of the $1.2 trillion handed out by Biden under the 2021 bipartisan infrastructure law, especially for climate-focused programs like electric vehicle charging, equity, and initiatives like tearing down highways and highways that have divided poor, often minority communities. So that 1.2 trillion that they pushed for the Green New scam part of that deal didn't really pan out too well. You know what I mean? It didn't really do very well. So that money really could have probably spent in a better place. Look, Elon Musk is a pretty smart kid. He's not an idiot, right? He's going to make sure certain things are going to be done a certain way. I'm not saying he's like an all-knowing and powerful dude. He's connected well and has pulled the right strings and marketed his brand well, right? But the thing that I think is going to happen with this entire team is they've got to go through Trump to put shit through. It's not like Biden was lit, because we know that Biden and everything Biden did was fed to him on a script. We fucking, you know it. Some of the stuff he talked about, and that's been caught on Fox and whoever for a long time, it's like he doesn't even know what he's talking about. Well, we just did this and we put that and that's going to do something, and then he's wrong about what he talked about it because he's you know, whatever. It's just fucking, he didn't understand what he was fucking saying. So, but these people, everybody's sane, everybody's healthy, everybody's doing well, you know, nobody's crazy, right? Everybody here has a pretty damn good head on their shoulders that I'm seeing from this group. There was one girl that I was kind of concerned about, and she was kind of recent. Was it Labor? Lori? No. No. Not Pam Bondi. She took over. Linda McMahon? No. Just a second. It's not here. It's not in this list. There's more to this list. There's so many appointees. It's crazy. But he's going through most of this stuff pretty seriously. Pretty seriously.
You missed the biggest thing that Buttigieg did.
What? Was
he changed interstate reps so that they weren't racist anymore.
What?
I'm not making that up.
How do you do that?
Link. I sent you the link. $1 billion.
How do you do that? Let me look at this.
He said that the way that the interstate was put together is racist.
Oh, Jesus.
And basically the way the interstate was put together was where people tended to get on and off. In congested areas, they tended to add parts. In places where people weren't using it, they didn't usually add them.
He wanted to connect people racially?
Yeah.
Like segregation?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? June 30th,
Um,
2022. That's
well,
fucking nuts.
I believe this was meant to be, a point that could have been used for a re-election.
It's,
And it went really bad, and I think they tried to not talk about it anymore. But
but
they
it's,
spent $1 billion on
but they still spent it, right? Money went
Yeah.
somewhere. Oh, God, Jesus. That's terrible. I didn't even know that.
So
That's so hypocritical of these people. My God, it's just, it doesn't stop. It doesn't fucking, oh my God, dude, that's terrible. Under a recognition communities program, the reconnecting communities program, so you're going to detour people to go to certain people, but not those people, right? What the fuck? This is crazy.
and
That's
like
what
I
it
said,
says.
usually the way the system was gone, where if there was a whole section of people going out, having to move around in areas where they didn't need to be, they put a ramp in. And the ramp system that used to be was very open system, where it was if it usually took 10 years to get a ramp. So a neighborhood had to be in, neighborhood had to develop. And then a bunch of people would start using the roads.
Yeah.
Well, how do they tell? Occasionally, when you're driving down the road, do you notice you go over 2 hoses across the road?
Jesus.
Those hoses are counting the number of people going. By counting the number of people going, that's how they get an idea of where they need to add on to the extra ramps.
Wow.
And it was a pretty fair system. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but whenever we're talking about spending large amounts of money, having a system matters.
That's nuts.
The next one is kind of hidden under commerce. In commerce, we have to watch the most closely.
Okay.
So the Commerce Department actually also
What
runs
is the abbreviation for that?
commerce, top row,
Oh, it just says commerce? I'm not
or
looking
the
at
far
it.
right. Okay, there's a sub-department in the
Oh, right there.
Commerce.
Howard
So it's
Lutnick.
the Organization for Government Continuity. We don't talk about that much.
Oh.
Sation. That's the backup U.S. government.
We need to talk about that for sure.
I think we do, because I'm wondering if we're living under it right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we have a vice president that appeared to be drunk in an interview.
Oh, yeah, just recently.
Soon. I mean, not too long ago. We have a president that appears to be completely demented. And I believe he is, because I have experience with demented people.
Yeah, he's demented pretty bad, for sure.
Now, so this would be a case where they might have called backup. And I believe that if we have a backup government, we should be voting for those people that are the backup governors as well. So if we're saying that they're really supposed to only come on if it's an extreme emergency, those should be people we, the people, have vetted. Not somebody that is never told who they are or whatever like that. They should be like the second or third vice president down there in the row. And I still feel that Harris should be removed from office for still not having Biden Amendment 25 out of office.
Right.
So I'm wondering, should we allow vice presidents to be drunk?
No.
So they're always got to be ready to take over.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I've been calling for this, and I know you've heard this. We had to do it when I was in the Navy. And I've had to do it when I was a security guard at the Dollar Tree. And I've had to do a lot of things where I would have a random drug test. Hey, we got to swab you.
I've had drug tests.
Yeah, but you don't get them for Congress, or you don't get them for fucking being the president. No. This is ridiculous.
But
this should be mandatory.
If the vice president wants to get drunk, completely drunk, she should have to sign a paper turning over her vice president duties
to somebody else.
No, there's one person that's able to.
The House of Representatives?
The Speaker of the House. Speaker of the House isn't available. It's the Senate. The Speaker of the Senate. Or
the House Majority Leader of the Senate.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I've heard this. That's title. That's 25.
Yeah, so, and I did not see that happen. And to me, she wants to get drunk on her day off. That's fine. If she wants a designated day off, sign up.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do but for them now. They're going to be gone in a month.
This is going to happen in the future again.
I hope so. Well, no, I don't know. We'll push for stuff like that. Absolutely, I'm with you on that. But I wanted to show you something real quick. Remember, we're talking about transportation, right, Buttigieg? So on my screen, I just want to show you. Huh. You know, for sure, there's gonna be a group of us pushing for random drug tests, alcohol, everything from everybody in fucking Congress, and for them not to vote for their own raises every fucking quarter. So this is Brookhurst Street in the 405. When I was a kid, this was 3 lanes. Right now, and I just went back and they added another lane or 2 more lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 lanes here now. 8 lanes. Right? There were 9. There's another on-ramp lane, so there's 9, but I didn't catch that. I passed it. So I could have said there's 9, but this lane's pretty much like this. This is a carpool lane or an on-ramp lane. And then there's 2 carpool lanes in the center. But this is a 16-lane total highway that runs straight up all the way through, God, for 100 miles. You know, at least 60, 70 miles through Orange County. It's just gigantic. And this is there. There's other ways of transportation. There's other ways of doing things. You know, there's not much room left to build roads, dude. I'm just telling you. So they're gonna have to figure stuff out. I know they can get a lot of people can work from home, but they get a lot of people that call in sick and they don't want to be there and all this other shit. But I recommended this a while back. It was a job location sharing. Let's just say I work at, you got Hy-Vee, right, by where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay, I got Hy-Vee down the street. So instead of me having to drive to Kansas City to go to my job, 40 miles away from here to work as a manager, I'm going to switch and I'm going to get the job closer to the one here because I live here, right? Give us that option. Let us get the relocation so we don't use that much gas, in many cases like that. And I brought that up a long time ago. There's just smarter ways to do that. But we can go on and on and on and all this stuff. But the biggest thing that I kind of wanted to talk to you about is, and we've talked about some good stuff here, by the way, is the AI threat. And the reason I'm gonna be done because I don't like to be on for more than like an hour or so.
No.
But I just got a couple of questions. So I was getting to that when I was showing their World Economic Forum Great Reset stuff. I was showing you that. But here's the thing. Oh, here it is. How many movies have we seen where AI goes wrong? Okay. There's got to be hundreds of them, right? Terminator. This is Machinica or whatever. There's like tons of these movies that come out, and I, Robot with Will Smith. I mean, you name them. There's tons of them. But the problem I have, I actually have with AI, and look at all these right here, Nemesis.
I know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one that actually gets AI right.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say is the danger in AI is not the AI. It is still the programming and the setup. You set up a car wrong. The
Welcome
brakes
to
go
the
off, you
future,
run on the highway,
where-
you can kill people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the people that are working with AI don't understand what the brakes are. A lot of people that are working with AI don't understand what everything is going on. So as we dumb ourselves down and we're using the AI, we're not realizing the problems that we can have.
Right.
Now, we do have a problem with hallucinations. So a lot of the AI that's out there now makes generalizations based on what it has seen. Well, a lot of what it's seeing is starting to be bad information, and we call them hallucinations. And they will actually do some incredibly stupid things because reading bad information that it finds on the internet, it actually trains itself and stupidizes itself. I'm cloning that term, stupidizing.
It's okay.
But so in at first, these were models of what happened. So a first level of AI was we modeled what was happening in a factory. So I was going over the factory, and I had a problem that we did not know the answer to. And we needed to find out all of the variables quickly of what was happening with our problem that was going on. And it was a very serious problem, and it was costing a lot and probably killing people. So I needed a way to analyze what's going on, and I built a small AI system to analyze. I don't want to get too much information.
You did? You built it?
Yeah, I did. And so immediately we were starting to be able to work with solving the problem because we were able to analyze our data on the fly. And we went from a thing where we were making up to a million product a day, and we were having reject rates over 80%, sometimes over 90%. And we were able to immediately, within just 6 weeks, really reduce that down to 1 out of 248,000 bad. And after it took a while for the medical data to come back, but we were guessing that it was saving about 8 or 9 lives a day. Reduced the cost to our company by a lot. I mean, like in like the $200 million range.
Whoa.
And I got a lot of flack for it because, we had 2/3 of our factory was repairing the bad ones. So when we didn't make any more bad ones, we fired our entire staff that rebuilt them. We just made it right the first time and sold it.
Oh, wow.
But a lot of people viewed me as what's called an axe because I went through and got rid of so many people.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, that's just consequential. The factory wouldn't have lasted that long if we hadn't done that. Big question came when we were told we got bought out by a company or a person who wanted to run for president. Who can't remember, he just ran for president or he was going to run for president. And his crew said that we could not use PCs, that we had to switch to Macintosh. Now, one of the programs we were using, we needed help to translate that from working on PC to working with Macintoshes. And actually, one of the best companies to work with Macs was actually Microsoft, because they mostly ran Microsoft software. And so we asked them for help, and they just loved our
Mr.
program.
Daly, am I saying your name
Afterwards,
correctly?
they thanked us for showing them our little system. We did not call it AI. We used something else. I never heard it called AI until I went to an AI threat assessment for United States, Canada, and France. And but again, Microsoft, I thought was really nice to me. They gave me like many thousands of dollars worth of free software. And
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
yeah, and training, fantastic training for years. But I mean, if I had to buy the software instead of them just giving to me, it probably would have been like $100,000 worth.
Jesus.
But I'll talk about that some other time. But
yeah, every time you start saying stuff, I knew you go, well, I can only say this or I can only say that. Which I get. So you got to be careful. I don't want you to, burn any bridges out there.
But a lot of things with the AI is we need more training on our people. We're at the point now where we need to be adding extra classes to our AAS degree of things that we didn't have to think about 20 years ago. And suddenly we've only got 2 years in the summer to teach everything that we need to cover. And I want to add 2 more classes. And we don't have room in the degree program for that. And these are things that the people need us to have out there. And I'm like telling the students, you got to learn this on your own. We're not going to be able to teach you this here. This is what it does. I give them a few examples of it. Now in the AI, we use statistical planning. The biggest thing that we had is an absolute surprise. Whereas suddenly we went from the crews would be asking the maintenance department, this isn't working right. We're still making all kinds of bad ones. Would you tune it? To our crews just being absolutely exhausted, not wanting to come out. And once the maintenance crews realized that this was out there, they said something's different. And I went up to the maintenance crew and I said, I believe that our system is going to go down about 1 o'clock. And I said, would you mind going to lunch early? And while our regular crew is at lunch, would you guys mind going out there? And they just kind of laughed and said, okay, we'll do it. They went out there and fixed it. And it was like the first time that ever ran all day without having the system go down. And this went on for like 2 weeks. And then there was a problem on the manufacturing floor. And suddenly I've got the manufacturing lead in my office with the lead for the maintenance group, and they're saying like they don't want to go out to the manufacturing floor.
Why?
Unless my computer tells them that it's time to go out to the floor.
Oh, geez.
Then I knew that this was working.
Okay.
But again, this gave us problems, and we were suddenly able to take our maintenance crew from reacting to problems. When you're reacting to problems, you're in a hurry. You're stressed. You're trying to get things done. We went from having to do that. We went from having the people go out on a schedule. And I'd say like, hey, I'll give you a 6-pack of pop if you guys will take your lunch early and then work on this. It would save my company just tons of money. Some people would think, hey, I bought a pack of pop. No, I gave them an incentive to take their lunch early, and they did the job well. But this being able to schedule people, this could work for nurses. This could work for all kinds of people. And everybody is thinking about all of the movies they've seen with AI going wrong. And they're not thinking of the things that AI does right, because there is no instance where they ever tell anybody that, hey, 9 people lived today because there was an AI running that looked at something. So all they see is Terminator movies with robots coming out.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I know there's some wonderful things about AI, and a lot of people want to sell it. But I'm telling you, I just got to interrupt for just a second. it's going to be that one guy, and I know you're not that one guy. You're the opposite of that one guy. Is going to go, I wonder if what would happen if I plugged it into the World Wide Web. I wonder what would happen if I put opposable thumbs on it and let it start building what it wanted to be. I wonder if, and that's the curiosity, but they didn't put up the proper safeguards. They didn't have it in a fishbowl, right, surrounded by a concrete titanium rock wall the size of 8 to 12 feet big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a detonation device just in fail-safe or something. Because this is what I'm concerned about with AI. I think it's great. I think it can be very helpful. I'm just seeing a lot of movies now, like there's this new movie coming out on how wonderful AI is, and there's these like cute movies coming out. One of the first one was Big Hero 6. It was a Pixar or Disney movie or something like that, which was a great movie. I love that movie. But some people are throwing the image out there like it's dangerous. You got to be careful. Ultron, stuff. Terminator, iRobot stuff. And then some people are throwing it out there like Big Hero 6 and Chappie. You've seen the movie Chappie. Chappie kind of comes to the aid of... And anyway, there's a bunch of movies. I fucking watched them all. But the biggest issue is it's kind of also taking away from us. And what I mean to say from us is we were getting really good at learning how to do math equation questions in our brains and find out how that was working. I mean, our bodies, our minds, our systems, the way we were created and made, or however it was done, right? Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, in the universe and all that. We're like the most amazing computer device on the planet. And I think if we start to rely on these external machines to do our thinking that we could probably do. I mean, look, Rain Man wasn't fiction with Tom Cruise and who's the other guy? I can't, it'll come to me. But anyway, so with the Tom Cruise movie, with the guy said he was autistic or something like that, but he was able to compute and count cars and all this other stuff. But we were starting to tap into that. We were starting to get to that place where our minds could figure stuff out better than most people, but the percentage of people actually learning how to use these things. Like, have you seen the movie Limitless?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, you gotta watch that movie, dude. NZT. You do me a favor. Watch that freaking movie. It's great because what this guy does is he takes this like super pill and makes him super smart. Everything.
Oh, that was with Tom Travolta?
No, not Tom Travolta. Not Travolta. You're talking about. I think you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't mean to distract.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. But what I'm saying is I think that these implants are wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we already have the most amazing and superior piece of technology that we were blessed with when we were born. I mean, the stuff that you've done, the things that you've been through, the calculations and the processes and the engineering that you've thought of and put together, amazing. Amazing. But in the back of your mind, you've done it for the betterment of your society, your kids, you see what I'm saying? That's the conscious part that you have, that subconscious part of you. Whereas the AI may not have that same, feeling, if you know what I'm saying. And I don't want to lose what we have. That's the thing. Because look, I got shaman books here, bunch of shaman books. I got the Huna books here, right? I'm always looking into the like the life and energy books, right? Stuff like internal. Here's my Hawaiian mysticism. This is another book I'm looking at. And there's the original wisdom, and I'll give you a. This is a really good book I've read. So what this is about is this doctor is doing a documentary, and he's going out to all these villages, and he's looking at all the different practices of medicine and psychology, and just in the different types of fields that are out there with that. So he goes out to all these villages, and he goes out to this one specific village, and he finds out that what they do is they go out and I may have talked to you about this already, but the shaman or the healer of the village will go out and spend time with the family and find out what's troubling this young kid or teenager or elder, whoever the problem or the situation is. Where's the break? Where did it hurt? Where did you do it? What did you hit it with? And they investigate and they spend time with the family. And then they find out, well, what's happening is the sister keeps taking your son's stuff and he's very angry, but he won't tell you. Just the things that can be fixed with just by understanding the dynamics of the immediate family. So what this book really gets into is we don't have that anymore. You go to the doctor, like my mom, she just went to the doctor. She had some heart problems again or something like that. And the first thing they did, they just gave her pills. Here's some more fucking pills. Take these pills. This will help you. Take these pills. I don't get into it with her because she wore a mask when we went to the casino. So we don't talk about COVID. We don't talk about the vaccine. We don't talk about any of that stuff. I don't want to get into it with her. She's the way she is. She's been doing it for a long time. I'm not going to go there. But the problem that we're losing, the thing that we're losing, is our ancient remedies, ancient systems, ancient things that really actually worked. Because we all know about the Flexner Report. Remember the Flexner Report?
I remember.
Okay, the Flexner Report is when the Rockefellers came in and just took away holistic and natural medicines. And they said it has to be petroleum-based, and they started creating, just drugs after drug after drug after drug, and then they took a hold of academics or academia itself, and that you had to have you were trained on how to disperse drugs. That's what you are as a doctor now. You know about the biology or the structure, the anatomy of the human body, but you know more about what to give them. That's what the training as a doctor is now. So that's why I'm getting to AI is I think AI could do a lot of things. I think it could probably help, and robots can help do certain surgeries and stuff like that we probably wouldn't be able to do, right? But I also think that which I'm cool with. But there's a lot of stuff that I think we're going to be passing up, and we're going to leave it to these machines to think for us. That's it. Bottom line.
That is bad. So, but a lot of this is a misunderstanding between technology and practice. So, I mean, if we look at some things that are similar to AI, things that have gone bad, we can look back to the bombs that were dropped on England in World War II.